Come in the room. Oh, you got two likes already. Hello, hello.
Welcome everybody. Blessings to everybody that's out there. About to have a good show today.
Hello. We're excited to chat with you on tonight. We are so excited to be able to come on the live, see how everybody is doing. So come on in the room. If you come in the live, go ahead and drop a hello. Let us know you're here. Let us know, city, state you're on the live from, so we can be able to shout you out. All right, come on in. Come on in. I think I should turn mine the long way, because with mine being sideways, it feels awkward. But you can leave yours. Let's see if I can get it to. What are we talking about tonight? So we're coming on the live today to discuss a few things that we've experienced. And we wanted to see, what your insight is or what your takeaway is when it comes to support in business. We also are going to talk about what it looks like to start a business, launch a project, and just basically the experiences that we've had when it comes to those businesses, right?
Yeah.
And we're excited to share because we're looking for people, like one of the things that Charlie and I basically were talking about, we're looking for people who are looking for opportunity or a different kind of mindset. You think that'll work? Maybe if I put mine back farther? Because I don't feel like mine needs to be on my face. Because people don't normally. Yeah, mine just needs to be from a distance. But yeah, jump right on it.
Say what?
So you can go ahead and start.
Uh, I don't even know where to begin at.
Well, let's first start off with the experiences that we've had. Like, it's been weird. I know one of the things that we were talking about earlier is when you first launch out and you first start a project, you're looking for, different people. And sometimes the people that you expect to be in your corner are the ones who are like, I don't know about that. And then you go into a new environment on social media platforms and you find that people who you can relate to, right? So I
Yeah.
guess that's more of it when you're looking for an opportunity to find people that you relate to on a different level. And for me, Charlie and I, we started off, we launched a business before. He had a cleaning business, right? And it seemed like when we first launched our cleaning business, we didn't find very many people who were trying to tell us like how to get it done, where to go, how to find prospects or even like companies or mapping it out for you. And I look at it was one of those man, it was somebody who famous who had said, why don't we see people kind of mentoring or coaching people on how to be successful? It almost seems like they don't want to tell you how they made it, right?
Yeah,
What's your
basically.
insight on that?
Uh, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times you just want to move away from like the 9 to 5 and try to just be independent and just own your own business and stuff like that. It's like I think that's the journey nowadays. You know what I mean? To just, cause like the man was saying, like there's only so many hours in a day you can actually work, and
Mm-hmm.
if your job is not paying you a decent amount of money, I mean, it's not even worth it.
Hey, how you doing tonight? Thank you. There we go. Drop some comments in there. And I agree with you. Okay, so Charlie's on the live with me tonight. This is Charlie. And me, we're just talking about basically where do you see yourself when it comes to your future, your business, and then when it comes to mentoring and coaching. Basically, do you ever see yourself? I'm doing good, good. I'm doing good. We're on two lives, so we're on his live and my live. But I'm doing well tonight. We got a hey from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hey, Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's good to see y'all. So we launched a business back in August, right? And immediately, what we were doing, where we were reaching out to people who we automatically thought would be interested or wanting to support us in business, and we found that people that we reached out to, like for our virtual launch party, we found that it almost seems like people have become complacent or content where they are. And I have always wondered, like, how do we get to a level of being comfortable with complacency? How do we get to a level? Because I believe, we should all be striving for something greater or looking for an opportunity to, develop in in an environment. So, I'm a teacher. Those who've been following me know I'm a teacher. Hey, Minnesota in the building. But what projects do you guys see yourselves working on, and what is your goals? If you want to drop them in, if you have a business, you can drop that in here too. But what do you, what has been your experience? Have you found it easier to market to people that you know, or easier to connect with people from a different circle? What is your insight? Or do you feel like working 9 to 5 or in your job environment is basically where you'll kind of lay your hat? For me, I love being a teacher, but I also would like the freedom to be able to live my life, without having so many restraints, right?
Yeah, it's just sort of going from like check to check, and I don't know. I just feel like the strategy of life is just to be able to own your own, and be able to move away from the 9 to 5 thing. You know what I mean? To be an owner and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to understand the system of just running your own business and being able to put things in a profitable way. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times you come into different businesses and you don't really have the structure to be able to run it in a proper way, to
Mm-hmm.
actually get coaching and guidance and mentors to be able to put you in the position of success. You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
what you're looking forward to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they just be lost in the sauce, and then it's like
Definitely.
you don't really want nothing in life. You know what I mean? You just kind of like settling for everything. You know what I mean? Some people would settle with a job with a misery before they'll settle for something they buying at the store, like a candy bar or something like that. Oh, I don't eat Hershey. I don't use Dove. You know what I mean? It's like be weird like that. But you would rather suffer your whole life, not, you know what I mean, just trying. You know what I mean? Putting in forth effort to do something different.
Yeah, I think it's that stepping out on faith or being able to get out into the unknown, Frozen, into the unknown. I think a lot of times people struggle with getting out of the pattern or the ideal structure that somebody else put in front of them. My parents worked all their lives and then they retired, and then that's basically what they sometimes people will give you goals for your life or give you ideas of how you're supposed to carry out your life, and you're thinking, oh well, my dad did it, my grandfather did it, and then you follow this same pattern. But does it ever get you to a place of financial freedom? Do you ever find yourself getting out of that continued cycle? For me, I don't mind being a teacher. I love being a teacher, but I also realize it doesn't get us to that place where we're able to be, I guess, free indeed. That's what I look forward to, the opportunity to be able to live my life the way that I want to. Hey, yeah, so I think that's it. I would love to see you guys drop some information in the comments. Let me know what's your insight on it. We've done pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to, he's leaving. I guess you could talk to me. So when it comes to a holistic approach to health or better living, I personally thought that everybody would want a wealth of knowledge, right? I feel like everybody would want to find out how to get to their next level in life or find out what's going on. Hey, Miss T, that's my girl. And that's basically the experience that I've had this year. With teaching. Thank you. Tap that screen. With teaching and with working last year. This year, oh, we're on fall break this week, so hopefully, hey girl, long time no see. Miss you. I miss you too. I finally was able to go live because we did our virtual launch and we were able to launch our new business. I'm so excited, and it definitely helped because, truth be told, we ended up getting COVID the first couple of weeks of school, and my husband just recovered. He ended up being in ICU. I didn't post too much about it. My mom was in ICU too, so we literally just had to um, trust God when we couldn't trace him. And honestly, just seeing the different experiences that we had in the school, it was almost like, they were putting us in a position to, hold on, Charles, come back. They were putting us in a position to, take care of the kids, work with the kids, and do the things in the classroom. But when it came to making sure we were good, thank goodness you are all getting back to good health. Yes. Okay, so when we launched right on my birthday, we launched our business. So it is Healthy Life, and it's a holistic approach to healthy living, right? And it truly was a blessing because that was how I was able, like, we have melatonin, we have vitamin C. Extended release vitamin C is definitely the way to go if you're trying to figure out how to make sure you keep yourself in the know and feeling well. So we have something called Go Shield, and basically this product is something where it was the go to get myself better. It was extended vitamin C with the NAC, and it was a blessing. We've been able to, like, I wanted him to be on the live today. That's Charlie. Say hi. So he's on the live today as well. But it's been a blessing because one thing that we realize is that we're looking for people who are like minded and want to go places. But oftentimes when we're having conversations, it's like we can't really put a finger on somebody who wants to grow or learn or do more. For me, it has always been looking for the right people at the right time. And it often feels like when I'm having conversations or trying to find, I guess, my circle or my village, I often feel like I'm not really finding the right people. And that's why I'm like, okay, we have to do something. So we decided we were going to go live today and just talk with you guys, allow you to hear our hearts, because I do believe that there is a village out there for us. I do believe that there are people who want to grow and get a lot more out of life. And we just have to change our circles, right?
Yeah, see what I did on my video, I pinned in the email, and I also pinned in the phone number if you want to call us. If you interested in trying to build a business and get the proper information and change your life, we willing to help each and every person that comes on the live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's a journey. You know, a lot of times in life, when people going through adversities, they want to quit. I've been going through adversity a lot in my life. You know what I mean? Everybody know that I had COVID, and I've been going through like a lot of ups and downs just in general without even catching that. Just dealing with just life circumstances. I feel like God been putting me in a position of just going through these different challenges, you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes you gotta be able to go. You gotta be able to stay focused to be able to accomplish the goals you're trying to accomplish. And what we're trying to do right now is just establish, you know what I mean, financial freedom and get the proper guidance that we need to be able to get to the next steps. We went to Summit in St. Louis, and we had a amazing time. We was able to celebrate a lot of the people that went diamond and stuff like that. The people that was achieving high goals within their business format. And that's our goal right now, is to try to continue to get better and better and be able to
Mm-hmm.
help other people that got, you know what I mean, the same interest and trying to focus in on just building business and understanding. You know what I mean? And like I said, we have a lot of great and amazing products that help with multiple different things. That's all natural, sugar-free things. You know what I mean, for diabetics and people that's going through different pain situations. I was using, when I was in the summit, my feet was hurting a whole lot, so I was using the cooling spray to spray on my foot. That, know what I mean, just to numb the pain down. And they also got the heating products, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is
So basically similar. So we have a cooling product and we have a heating product. So if you have a lot of pain or, like, post workout or pre workout, and you notice that your muscles are aching, there's a cooling spray that you can use to kind of numb all of that. And then there's a heating spray because you're either gonna ice it or you're gonna put heat on it. So we have both of those products, and those are basically what he's saying. Like, we have those on our webpage. So if you're interested, inbox us, send us a message. My whole thing is, I believe that from this live, we're going to meet people who are not just facing adversity. Like you were saying, ain't that the truth? A lot of adversity for everyone. We're not just facing adversity. We're choosing to win. We choose to win in spite of. That's the part. It's not the fact that we have adversity or that we're going through situations. It's the fact that we choose to live in spite of. We choose to say, even though these weapons may have been formed, even though we've gone through different cycles or different things that have happened in our lives, we're not going to allow those situations to keep us from getting to where we need to go in life. We're not going to allow those situations to stop us from pursuing our dreams. We're not going to allow life to just completely throw us off of our A game. And I think that's what it is. You got to be in a place where you're willing to fight back. We all are experiencing something, but how you experience it and how you go through it is what defines, who you are as a person. Because there are people who will go through situations and then automatically, clam down, shut down, and they don't fight back. They don't go after their dreams. They don't continue to pursue. Like, it would have been easy for us to say right after we started our business, nobody wants to support, and everybody's like, oh, that we were going to stop. No, you don't stop. You just find another way. And I think the most amazing people that I've met in life are the people who continue to press their way in spite of the circumstances. And that's what we speak over you today. Charlie and I are doing this live today because we want you to know that there is hope. We want you to know that we are going through some things, but we're not going to be, consumed by it. It's because of his mercies that we're not consumed. And I always say that all the time because we have to begin to think of why we started. I often say that to my students all the time. Like, a lot of times it'll be hard for you to keep pressing your way and getting the grades you need to get. But why are you doing it? You're doing it because you have a goal in mind, whether it be honor roll. And for you have a destination in your view. I just said it to him earlier. I have a destination in my view, and I'm pursuing this because I'm not going to stop until I hear well done. I'm not going to stop until I get to the place that we're supposed to thrive from. And a lot of times I feel like people go through situations, and this is one thing that I believe COVID did. COVID caused people to go through things in isolation. And the hardest thing for people to overcome is isolation when you need to be around people who will speak life into you. Yeah, you don't want negativity in your circle, and you can easily say, "Oh wait, if you're not speaking life, don't speak at all." But when you're in isolation and the enemy begins to attack your mind, you need to have a person that's willing to fight with you. You need to have people that are saying, "No, I'm not going to let you drown. I'm not going to let this thing overtake you. I'm going to be there with you, and we're going to make it," right? Hopefully, y'all agree with me. But that's what I was telling him. Yes, he went through the situation. Yes, he was in ICU. And every single day I was calling around the clock. And I know they were probably tired of hearing my voice, but I was going to stay right there in it until it released him. So it's amazing for him to have come out of it. Because his story, what I'm saying? He was in a diabetic coma, what, 4 years ago now, right? So many people are going through things, and we're just thankful that we're living to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I was about to say.
I do that
When
all the
I
time.
when I was in the hospital, I just think a lot of the things that you go through in life is a faith based type of situation. How much faith do you actually have in God to believe that you're gonna be able to get through these situations,
Mm-hmm.
and how much are you gonna go against God, or you gonna keep believing in God and
Mm-hmm.
keep moving forward? And I think that's where the space I was at. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get into those depressions or get into those getting sad, but like I say, you got to pray your way out of it. You know what I mean? Pick your Bible up and just read, and you got to just study on your own. And when you following those paths, it really lightens up the walkway. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Like, getting a mentor or getting somebody that's already having proper success in business, and somebody that's willing to take. God, think about it, man. Remember, Jess Hilarious and a couple of other people were talking about
Unlock it.
how they knew friends and different people that was running businesses and stuff like that that wouldn't give them advice and stuff like that. I already remember Derek Jackson had jumped into that, you know what I mean, talking about how people go through these different schools. These people are willing to help you understand business on another level, where you're
Mm-hmm.
able to take care of your family and to be able to move away from the 9 to 5s, where you gotta think about it. You working a 9 to 5, right? Or you might be doing more hours, you might be doing some 80-hour shifts. How much of that time are you able to spend with your kids and your family? And when
Mm-hmm.
I seen and got the opportunity to be, you know what I mean, selected by the mentors, I understood that this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Is it why take it for granted? You know what I mean? Life, you gotta think about it, man. What's that thing? I don't even want to go there, but people go to school. They go to free school, and
Oh,
and they don't
don't
take
say it. Don't say it.
and don't take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
To actually have a people that's willing to help you understand business at another level, and it's all about your family, your last name. You know what I mean? It's all about building team and people coming together. We losing that in our culture nowadays. Nobody want to work together. Nobody want to do nothing together. We got to move away from the hatred spirit and come into a loving and genuine
Yes.
spirit where we can be able to build off one another. You know what I mean? And I think that what we doing right now, right, reaching out to different people and we all collabing, it's nothing like having a dope and amazing conversation with one another, and we all got the same end goal. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I found this to be good, and for us to be able to continue to do successful business. But first, we got to learn the steps and the techniques. You know what I mean? No different from playing sports, football, basketballs, and everything. You got to learn the playbook. You got to be conditioned. You know what I mean? And it's all about the focus. Your mind got to be there. If your mind is not there, your soul is not there, you're going to lose perspective. And like I
Mm-hmm.
say, a
That's
lot of
good.
times you can burn yourself out You know what I mean? Doing a lot of nonsense. I've done that many a time, just trying to figure out how to make a sale here, a sale there. But to be having the proper structure to be able to do things the proper way, it's all about that. And that's why I was saying when I talk to many people, you know what I mean? Like I told you before, we got the email address and the phone number in there. As we build together, as we conversate, we can know the issues and the things that you dealt with in business, and we can all grow together and learn new and better techniques to be able to better your situation.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the part. We want to help people. We realize that we were in business before, and all the different business ventures that we've had. We've had ups, downs, ins, outs, whatever. But this time, it is that helping people part. Because it had gotten to a place where we both serve, we both enjoy helping people, but it's finding those people who really want more out of life, and I think that that's where it's going to make a difference. So like you said, we put the email in there, and you just have questions. How do we get started? Most time I always ask people, like, because I love being a teacher, but I'm excited about building an opportunity where I can be able to you know enjoy my life, because sometimes with teaching you're there all day long, all night long, and it takes from you. And like you were saying, having the opportunity or the time to spend with our kids, that can be challenging at times, because you want to give them the world, but often you serving everyone else, and you don't want to get to that point in your life where you look up and you realize life has completely passed you by, and you don't. I mean, that's it. I had just did a piece on my page, a spoken word piece about the weight of too late, and carrying that weight of too late, even though you can cast it, often will be on you. How has life changed since COVID? How have your perspective? How has your perspective changed since COVID? How has what are you now saying differently? Because we I believe I was living in a moment where I felt like I had time. I had time, and then all of a sudden, the weight of too late. I thought I had time, and I just said earlier, what I'm saying, I was saying a piece to my sister who passed away, and I'm telling you, we have to live now. And a lot of us put things off to later times, and we say what we'll do later. Thank you so much, Miss Robert. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because I was saying in my piece I did start crying. My name is Hershey Thoughts. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm his wife. But basically, I was saying I was sorry to her because the morning that my sister passed away, um, I in my mind I said, oh, I'm gonna call her later and wish her a happy birthday. And I was at work that day, and my phone started blowing up, and I'm like, they know I'm a teacher, they know I'm in class, why they keep calling me? And they kept calling me over and over, and I got angry. And finally, I went and answered the phone. I'm like, yo, with an attitude, why you keep calling me? And long story short, my sister had passed away, and we weren't there. And the weight of too late is because I put so much on everything else. I tried to give, so much of myself to everything else that when it came down to it, I wasn't where I could have been. And that's what I'm talking about when we get to a level of financial freedom, free indeed, where you don't have to feel like, oh, I can't do something because I may lose a job. Hey, sometimes you got to be where you need to be, and you have to be able to be okay with that. And what I said, when I was doing my spoken word piece, one of the things that I realized that we all, as kids, remember time waits for no one, right? But we often will say we'll put off to tomorrow, things that we should do today. And we don't even realize how often we keep putting it off to tomorrow, putting it off to tomorrow. And then all of a sudden, what happens when those tomorrows become, you know, my sister was 35 years old when she left here. And, it just was like, nice to meet you as well. He's saying, nice to meet you, Charlie. But it's been
Appreciate it.
amazing. It's been amazing on this journey how God has put us into a place where we've been able to help people. And I think that's why we went on this live today. When we first started the live, to be honest, he's like, we're going to go live. I'm like, yeah, we're going to go live because we're going to talk to people and really get to the heart of the matter. There's a book, a great book, if you're able to write this down. It's called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. Um, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we don't even remember our whys. That's the reason why we don't. Well, me personally, I'll talk about me. You have to start with why, because if you remember why you started, you'll keep yourself going when you don't feel like it anymore. Hey, honey, you have to start with why. You have to put things into perspective. You have to remember your end goal, because there will be days when you don't feel like fighting back. That's one of the things that me and Charlie were saying earlier. Sometimes you're in the fight and you're like, "Ooh, this is too much." But if you start with why, it'll take you through, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I just think when you go back to the time thing, I think a lot of times in life, you like I say, when you working a 9 to 5 and you working 80 hours, time go past fast, and
Mm-hmm.
you be doing years. Next thing you 20 something, 24. Next thing you know, you 30 years old, and you like,
Mm-hmm.
dang, look at my pockets. Like this ain't changing. You know what I mean? Like I told you before, I feel like it's always better to be an owner and to be able to do your own business because
Mm-hmm.
your revenue, everything's in your favor. I mean, when you working for another company, they getting paid the majority of the money, temp
Mm-hmm.
service or whatever you doing. You know what I mean? They getting the majority of the money and they giving you the crumbs that they can pitch off to you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, unless you got an extremely good degree where you a doctor or a lawyer or something
Ooh.
like that, where you be able to get that good money. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
You
that's
build the brand for the other person.
yeah, basically, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? When you can build your own brand and do your own thing and create your own avenue, you know what I'm saying? I think it's all about that. We heard Master P and Dame Dash and all these individuals that talk about ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say a lot of people just be lost, you know what I mean? Because they spend so much time on things that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And then when time ran out, like I say, you could be in situations where think about. I'm gonna say this right, and I know this might be offensive to some people though. Think about it, man. You see a lot of people going to do GoFundmes and stuff like that. That's sad when the family got to do that when nobody ever created structure. You know what I mean? Remember they had a comedian, right? They say he blew all his money, and his wife had to come on the live and stuff and do a GoFundMe. That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why I say we gotta have ownership. Think all the movies that man did, and he ain't really getting no money from those things. You know what I mean? Gotta have this ownership, man. Gotta change the narrative of people taking advantage of us. We've been getting taken advantage of us forever. You know what I mean? And then, like I say, the other people in the
Mm-hmm.
neighborhood, they say, man, you forget it, I'm gonna just do sell drugs. But we trying to change the mindset of the people in the environment and
Mm-hmm.
create a positive change and not a negative one. Every time we go on Facebook, we seeing somebody getting hurt or dead or something bad
Mm.
happen. You know what I mean? And then it's like nobody's prepared for those moments when those things happen. Why we can't set up a system and a structure where we could prepare each and one of us to be financially straight, to be able to take care of the loads on the family. You know what I mean? Everybody
Mm-hmm.
learning the system of just moving in a successful path. You know what I mean? Like I say, if you don't, how do you live life without actually trying to change things? You know what I mean? Or change the narrative and move into something completely different. You know what I mean? That's what I always try to do, man. Every time that a new year come in, I want to be a different version of myself. You know what I mean? And I want to challenge myself to actually accomplish something
Mm-hmm.
different. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the
That's
same
good.
version of myself every year or doing the same thing every year. That's why when we start, think about it. I did Amazon, I did ClickBank, and now we doing other ventures right now. You know what I mean? And we just learning the structure of how to run things the proper way with the mentors and the guidance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People actually investing their time to actually show us how to properly put things together so
Mm-hmm.
we can be able to be financially free and be able to take care of our kids and be able to move into the big nice house that we desire, that we can pick out and be able to branch away. You know what I mean? Once we get all the guidance and we be able to teach ourselves, now we just bringing people on with us and making sure they get guidance, friends and family, and even the people that's in the room right now. When we, you know what I mean, link up, y'all got the phone number, y'all got the email address, and we're gonna talk on the individual level because I feel like everybody wants something in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got that goal or that accomplishment they're trying to reach, and a lot of times all their money go to their bills and the kids and you know what I mean, car notes and things of that nature. Just imagine if you got a bankroll and you able to like, you know what? Let's fly out the country. Let's go somewhere. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
on vacation and not have to stress about bills, but to be able to have that in a containable situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's all about building structure. And I always say this is like, if you're willing to take the time to learn, it's so many amazing things come from the techniques and skills of just being able to properly do things the right way.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I feel like a lot of times, especially going into this holiday season, it's important for us to begin to talk about or discuss or talk about structure. We've noticed a lot of people, we live differently. We teach our kids the fundamentals of, invest or saving mainly because they're young, but saving their money, and my kids will begin to say like, oh, I have this amount of money. And I'm like, okay, setting goals. And I feel like it starts at home. In order for us to be able to effectively, raise them to be effective people in the community, they've got to understand that sometimes you will have to, you know, sacrifice now for it to have a greater something later. You can't always, especially, do not live beyond your means. Let me just put that right in the room real quick. There's so many people who want a lavish lifestyle, but your pockets don't say lavish lifestyle. You got to learn how to govern yourself accordingly. And if you want more money, there are ways to make multiple streams of income. Charlie and I, we were at a point where we were becoming so dedicated to our end game that we were doing all different things. Like he was saying, he was doing the Amazon, the ClickBank. We also were doing DoorDash, Postmates, whatever it was. We're not the type of people to, have a need and watch it go unmet. If there's a way to get it done, we'll do it. And especially if it's in a good way. And I think a lot of times, he always made this statement like, why is it that people who want to do well often struggle to find success, but you'll see a person doing whatever and people will follow it. It's the same equivalent to me of, we post a video, we're teaching people about how to be financially free. You have 6 people in the room. But if we were to change the title to something like, I don't know, one of those things that's trending right now where the boy dressed up as he dressed up to harm his ex-girlfriend and threw acid in her face, everybody will want that tea. And I noticed like I was having an intellectual conversation with somebody who was basically telling me, oh, the problem is the parenting. I'm like, yes, because as Charlie often says, the problem is the structure. You have parents or people who have become parents, but they haven't been mentored themselves. And then people reproduce after their own kind. If they don't understand something, how are they able to teach the next generation? And we don't mentor effectively. How do we change our communities? We have to be the ones to do it. We have to be frontline to teach people how to properly invest their money or how to properly move into financial freedom or how to not work within a system, what I'm saying, that's not designed for you to get out, but just enough for you to make it. There are ways to do it, but it comes with that education piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Let me see who's in the comment. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that on yours. Hey, how you doing? Hey, daytime. Just shouting some people out real quick. I saw Robert on there. I just want to say hello to you guys. His is a little different, so I need to figure out how I can be able to say hi to y'all. But thank y'all for
I'm
being
gonna
in the
tell you though,
room.
we got the website. We got our website up, man. We got some great. I'm telling
Oh
you,
wow,
we got some great products on it, man.
that
The
can't be your
other
biggest flex.
Man, the other day, man, I was like nodding off the other day, right? And what was it? The energy package that we had.
Yeah, we have energy focus package. Listen, y'all, you need listen. You need to inbox
Man,
us. We're gonna help y'all.
man, let me tell you something. Man, I'm talking. I'm nodding off. I'm tired because we doing so many meetings at one time. And I took that, and I'm talking about my eyes. This was wide open. I was locked in. I said, "Whoa, this stuff is powerful, man!" Like, we got some good stuff, man, for people that's like, especially like somebody like a shipyard worker, somebody like that, like that do those long hours and stuff like that. The stuff that we got, as far as the energy and this boosting you up to get you ready for the morning, man. I'm telling you, it's off the chain, man. Email us. We're gonna make sure you come on to look at the exclusive look at that website, man. We got some amazing products
Yes,
for
we'll
you,
do an
man.
individual consultation for
But
you. Don't
that cooling spray really helped me. I ain't gonna tell you, I had all that pain in my feet. When I sprayed that up there, man, I feel the sensation of
you
the
helping us?
coolingness.
Okay.
Man, that stuff was good too. I like the cooling spray, and I definitely like the those energy packages. You know what I mean? That get you boost up. You be locked in, man. If you
Yeah.
shipyard worker, welder, or something like that, you take a few of those. You know what I mean? You be all the way good, man. Like I told you before, you wanted to know about the website and the stuff that we got, the email address right there, and our number right there, so we can lock you in and make sure you get some good and amazing products.
Yes.
Whatever you need, far as like you gotta think if you're diabetic or you have certain issues, you know what I mean, that you probably need. If you have a conversation with us, we'll make sure we'll find a product that best fits you though.
I think a lot of it is, because we're not doctors. We're understanding that there are doctors out there that specialize in what the best part is we do have proven statements of how these things have helped other people. And it's crazy because you look at the people who are posting the videos. I know you've seen on TikTok, they were going through and saying, like, you need to have melatonin, you need to have vitamin C. And I'm sitting here like, we have extended release vitamin C. And it's been the best thing is like when I'm at work and I hear like one of my coworkers contracted COVID and we were making the health package and she was able to come back and say, the immunity boost that we gave her really helped her get through that. And I'm like, okay, this is what the reason we're doing it. We just want to share with you some other opportunities or some other avenues to basically get the things that you need. I love the fact that our cleaning products, we have it. It says on it, fights against COVID. Well, we're in a time right now. We need good cleaning products. Our wipes, that's what we're looking at. I look at my classroom, my students every day, and I'm like, mainly with my students, I'm like, grab a wipe your desk, wipe your chair, wipe your hands, clean up. And it has been amazing. It just has been an amazing journey. So we're excited for you guys to link up with us. Like I said, hey, Octavia, the great. My friend is in the room. Come on in the room. We're excited for you to link up with us. We plan on helping. Like we plan on building a team that wants to change their level of thinking, go from good to great. We're going to do this in 2021, and we're going to fight back. We're going to begin to tangibly have the dream and live the dream, and not just have it be something that is not within our reach. We are going to own it, and that's why Charlie and I, we focus on each day winning. No, it doesn't mean our day is perfect. I mean, my car was told yesterday, but at the end of the day, we won. Because the enemy didn't wasn't able to put us in a place where we were just sulking. We kept fighting back, and I think that's the beauty of what life will do. We go through situations. Everybody going through something. To be honest, I haven't talked to a person yet that hasn't said since COVID or since in the last year that they haven't went through something. But I always want to know, how did you go through it? What did you do? Did you read daily? Did you listen to positive affirmations? Did you affirm over your life? Did you speak over yourself? Did you manifest? What I'm saying? Did you, or did you sit there and continue to say the negative things that were going over your life? Because what you say is what you'll see. If you keep saying those negative things, that's what you're going to see. If you want to see something different, you got to begin to take ownership, number one, over what the situation is and say, listen, what can I do? There are things that are beyond your means. Of course, we understand that. But what can you do? Well, today we didn't know how we were going to, reach people, but we can start a live. So we did. We can do a live and reach the community and be able to talk about the products that we're doing and offer you guys a consultation where you're able to view the webpage, meet the needs that you have. You say, hey, Charlie, my back been hurting too, my feet been hurting too. And Charlie's going to be like, listen, you need the cooling spray. Hey, Charlie, man, I've been trying to, get my pre-workout on. Y'all know, those who know me, I don't want to expose myself, but I'm going to. It ain't but like 6 of us. It's gonna be. Is this going on the page? Okay, so I was pushing almost 400 pounds. I was delivered my son at 398. And he said my biggest flex. My biggest flex was choosing to live. So I had to fight back. And one of the things that we did was change the way that we were eating. Well, did you enjoy your vegan experience? You'll begin to see how you feel different, and with our vitamins, taking the vitamins and walking more. But I had to do that because there was a point where I was like watching myself getting so tired every day and thinking to myself, I don't want to leave here because I don't take ownership over what I can do. So that's exactly what I did. And even with him, taking the vitamins daily, and then the same aspect when it comes to, fueling your mind daily, you have to begin to think. I mean, I'm always in the word, but as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So if you begin to think, and life is going to happen. So you have to will your mind to think outside of those situations. You have to will your mind to push past the adversity, right?
Yeah, I just think in life, man, the number one goal is to win, right? So like I feel like all the stuff that I had been going through in past years was training me for what I've been going through recently. And I feel like keeping your faith and staying focused. One of the issues I used to have, where I have a lot, I'm dealing with it now, and it's like having family support. And then sometimes that you don't see that when you start a business or when you doing venture. You don't really see the people supporting the things you're doing, and
That's
sometimes then it
good.
affect you. mentally, far as like you don't understand why is it that we can't come together and just form a positive movement. You know what I mean? But like I say, a lot of times people are doing all the things they doing within their life to make sure they straight. And like
Mm-hmm.
I said before, once you get to that successful point, now everybody want to conversate. Now everybody want to talk. Now everybody want to join. Think about Jay-Z before he get to the billionaire status. Nobody probably wasn't even thinking he was gonna be the greatest rapper, one of the greatest rappers of all time. You know what I mean? Everybody probably jumped off that ship before it even got the first album out. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get to that successful point, no, oh yeah, I love Jay, I love this, I love that. Yeah, that's my man.
Damn.
Yeah, but it wasn't that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That genuine love, that genuine support. And what God is working with me on right now is saying, Charlie, you got to move with these chains on your back. You got to move these buildings no matter what, because the support a lot of times ain't going to come in. And you just got to keep striving to be great, keep striving to do wonderful things. You know what I mean? And like I say, your end goal is to be a winner. You know what I mean? That's why I do my YouTubes, and that's why I do all the different things that I do. I'm willing to take chances of being embarrassed and humiliated to be able to get to the placement I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? And right now, it's like I'm gonna keep fighting. I went to the conference. I had a sore feet. I'm on the airplane. I'm in excruciating pain, but I wasn't gonna give up an opportunity to actually celebrate and be able to see that this change that I'm looking forward to, all the things that I see can be me, and it all started for me locking in and just moving forward and keeping faith and realizing that you love your family, you love your friends, you love your people, but at the end of the day, you got to move forward, even with or without the support. Because a lot of times, man, people don't really want to see you in a position of success, especially when they're not in a position of success themselves. And then you got to think about it. Nobody wants to actually put in the hard work to be successful. Everybody wants things to happen quickly. That's why they go to the drug dealer. That's why they do all the easy access things. You know what I mean? That's not going, like I say, those things end badly, man. You're robbing people. You're doing all these negative things within the community. That's the spirit of evilness that's going to
Mm.
come back on you. And that's why I'm trying to put out positivity. Yeah, I caught COVID. Yeah, I done been through so many ups and downs and things of that nature. But if I die today, I want people to say that that man tried to do positive things from the beginning to the end, and he was
Mm-hmm.
fighting to not be just like the people from the neighborhood. He wanted to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you strive for. And I say, if I die and that's what people remember me for, that's a great memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I want to be something completely different from what I grew up with around in the neighborhood. And it, to me, that's the ultimate goal, is to get success without having to do those things, and to be able to lock in with the mentors and the people that's properly training us to get us on a higher level of financial freedom. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to lock in. I've been going through a lot of things. Like I said, I was down. I don't even think I posted last month. But this month I'm posting. I'm on the live. I want to talk to the community. I want to talk to the people. Like I said, in that hospital bed, when you saying your prayers and you going through all the things you're going through,
Hey, honey, how are you?
and you're going through all the things you're going through, you get an opportunity to reflect on life and where you stand at and what is your next goal. And I think, man, soon as I was healing up a little bit more, I say I'm jumping on YouTube. I'm going to do everything that I possibly could do. Talk to all my people, whoever I can talk to, whoever I can help, whoever want to join us and team up to be partners and things of that nature. I'm talking to them. I'm giving them opportunity to change their life. And like I say, I was sick. I was down and out. But see, God say, you know what? This ain't the end for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I came home, the kids had a letter from me, and everything was put together properly. You know what I mean? It was a blessing to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I did, it was a couple of days in there. I still was weak, couldn't really walk that much. But like I say, man, I reflected a lot on life, And I realized, man, there's so much work that need to be put in right now. So much work that need to be put in and so much effort. You know what I mean? Like I say, when I first started YouTube and first started doing a lot of things I do, I always say, man, that you gotta have that faith, man. The faith is the structure of just so many beautiful and wonderful things, man.
They want us to get on activity teams, and I didn't even know about it.
It's been a blessed one, guys. You know what I mean? But
Go ahead and send us that email.
if y'all want to, like I said, we're gonna hop on here another day. But if y'all want to talk to us about anything far as business, or y'all want to shop and get some of these natural products we got home products. We got what is it? We got weight loss products,
Mm-hmm.
immunity packs for people. You know what I mean? You know, cold and flu season coming in. And like I say, we got the focus gummies for people that's going to school or whatever activity you need to do where you need to lock in. We got those. And the energy tablets, boy, those things are powerful, man. You know what I mean? And what else
We
we
also
got?
have we have makeup. My favorite is the light up lip gloss. So it has a little light on it. It's super cute. I probably need to put it on right now. But there's a makeup line. So there's all different things that you can reach out to us about. Cleaning products, soaps, just different things. My favorite soap, I think, is the body wash because it's like super creamy.
That not dishwashing soap, but the
Body wash?
laundry detergent. That stuff smells good, man. The fabric softener, all of that, man. All natural, man. Y'all,
Yes.
if y'all, I'm telling y'all, come shop with us, man. We got the phone number down there. If y'all need to come, we're gonna make sure y'all get all access, man.
And if you send your information and they don't remember that we always send stuff to our gifters, so we appreciate you guys. As long as you get us your information, we're consistently sending out samples and products for you guys to try. So, let us know in the comments some things you may be interested in, and we'll definitely be there to, meet you along the way and help you on the journey, right?
Most definitely, man. And like all my sports, all my athletes and everything out there, look, listen, we got some all natural treats that get you boost up for your
Yes.
run, for your walk, for your bike ride, or whatever you need. You know what I mean? We're gonna make sure you straight. But it was a great and amazing time. We had a great time having a talk with you. You know what I mean? It was a blessing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm still recovering. So
Me too.
sometimes I be in and out. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, I'm blessed though, man. I'm blessed, man. I thank everybody that came in and joined in. You know what I mean? And just showing me a lot of love, man. I respect that, man, to the fullest.
All right, so you guys, we're gonna jump back on the live, probably sometime either this evening or tomorrow. We're gonna keep doing the lives until we reach the people that God says it's supposed to be. So if you want to tune in, just keep on the lookout for it, and we will be back on the live. So we look forward to talking to you again. Send us a message, and if you send us a message, we'll be able to answer those questions when we come back on the next live. All right.
I appreciate it, man. We
All
out.
right. See you soon.